Hi there. So before we could really recover from COVID, we got hit by Nisarga. And as most of you know, I live in Alibag, and um, the cyclone made its landing here. And while the good news is that there was no casualties as such, and any mass destruction, we've lost a lot of nature and flora, fauna, and the topography of the land has changed. And so that sort of brings me back into saying, as an architect, that, and as somebody who decided to leave the city and come here and settle for the last 20 years, I would say that the experience that a local person gets living around a place is of immense value to the people around him. And if he does get empowered by people in power, then perhaps there could be a meaningful exchange in seeing how these sort of calamities can be addressed at a more holistic level. And I grew up in the 50s in Vile Parle in Mumbai, and there was no such thing as Juhu scheme or Versova or Lokhandwala or anything beyond that. It was just a khadi, and that is what I see in Alibag, and that's the potential I see of Alibag turning into perhaps the next Juhu scheme or the next part of the city. Now, the last time that Navi Mumbai grew out of Mumbai, I don't know, perhaps we went wrong in its planning and in its usage because of that typical catch-22 situation where, you know, what comes first, the horse or the cart, and you know, in a sort of deprived economy that we've been for all these decades, it's always a tough decision for the government to either spend on infrastructure and hope for people to then migrate and use it, or vice versa. Well, a lot of water's flown under the bridge since then, and I would like to invite the creative community of Mumbai and beyond to say, please rally together and see how we can use Alibag and develop it into a role model for the government to test, to evaluate, and see if it makes sense for them to replicate it elsewhere. There are compounded issues this time, and unless and until we use our creative energy as a soft power to create solutions, I don't know if individual organized departments within the government or within the municipality, you see, each one of them is a professional department. The people who invariably head those departments don't necessarily live here. IAS officers are constantly transferred, and you know, therefore, to say that if the creative community of Mumbai gets together and contributes into planning and creating Alibag as the next extension of Bombay, but instead of replicating the eternal urban dream, and I'm sure most of you have now realized that there isn't much fun in making Mumbai into Shanghai or any of those mad visions that we had out of just pure imitation. I feel that the days of imitation are over. I feel that India needs to take the lead, and I see that promise in a lot of young people around who are willing to stick their necks out and do something different. So I feel that this crisis warrants a health situation where we will have to evaluate whether we need more air-conditioned hospitals with respirators, or whether we need nursing homes with oxygen in them, and whether Ayurveda, homeopathy, development of immunity through yoga and spiritual purposes, music, art, if these raise also the spirit of the people, and we take away this horrible imagery that I don't know from where we've learned that hospitals must be sterilized and kept. I mean, I would die long before the doctor would certify me, because if I had to go into one of those rooms and stay in that chilled environment, I would already think I was in a morgue and strange people hovering around me. That's not the way to recover, and that's certainly not the way to die. So, healthcare, affordable, elemental, essential, just up to that level. So my whole theory of development here is around the word essentialism. That it's not about need, it's not about greed, it's not about being equipped by somebody else's model. We've shown in the handling of our own corona that even where a progressive country like Sweden seems to have failed, we've kind of managed to do our own jugaad and stay afloat. And that is what needs to come here. The second thing that's going to need attention is, of course, economy. So are we going to make one more annex into Mumbai and make it the financial capital of India and the industrial capital of India? Because look, while those things take care of the body and the mind, at this moment the spirit is at its lowest. Why do you think those migrant workers are not listening to us and just going back mindlessly? Because their spirit is defeated. And therefore, in the midst of nature here, a holistic program that works towards upliftment at all levels in a very simple, fundamental, essential way could perhaps become an ultra-modern, avant-garde test model for growth in India. Because financially, the systems are now working in such a way that we seem to be following a Western economic base which already has failed in the rest of the world. And if Indian middle class is going to invest money in banks where they feel A, it's safe, 2, they feel that it's encashable whenever they want. So beyond gold, if an average Indian thinks of putting his little nest away, it is in banks. And if those rates are going to come down simply because that money is going somewhere else where industry will grow, and that will create jobs, and that will improve consumerism, and that will enable these people who were just going to the bank to put their savings in. It's a rather long, drawn-about way. So while that is going on in the city and the rest of the country, can't we experiment with one or two development models? Because, since Khadi, we haven't really tried any other intuitively Indian, intuitive sort of way of dealing with situations. So health is to be looked at, economy is to be looked at, ecology is to be looked at. Because if we simply celebrate the fact that Corona has gone and the new roll-on, roll-off ferry that we have, which is a much needed additional infrastructure to Alibag, but if those cars again start driving in just to reach their destinations faster and pass through all these villages around me, you're back again polluting the environment just when the birds have come out and survived the cyclone, and just when the air is clean, we'll go back to the same cycle. And then, exactly like in Padvel and Navi Mumbai, or in Thane, or in Bhayandar and towards Gujarat, everywhere do we want a sort of polluting commercial growth? Because even in the creative community, there can be growth, and there can be livelihood. It just needs a little think tank to try and experiment with, and perhaps those in power. I mean, I would request, especially the youngsters now who lead the country, to say that, and the state, to say that give us a chance, let's see. I mean, allow us to make a proposal by which, again, the local children here should not go through regular education, because what is happening is that each child is growing up. I have been going actively to all the villages around me, and in politician style, I take a rickshaw with a little microphone in it, loudspeaker, and then I go and say, माझं नाव पिनाकिन आहे आणि मी architect, and I try to talk to them, and they come out of their homes, and I'm saying that the parents have been made to feel inadequate as farmers. Oh my God, farmers need to be worshipped, because who's going to feed the billions of Indian people? So they are made to feel inadequate, that farming is a low job, and it's not so remunerative, and it gets your hands dirty and gets your feet mucky in the monsoon. So the agricultural system is severely affected with a change of generation. The parents, as usual with the aspirations of every Indian, want to educate their children, but unfortunately, they haven't realized that while they were aspiring to do that in the last 10-15 years, more so, that the whole world has turned topsy-turvy, and therefore just getting them a BA, BCom, BSc degree is not going to change things to such an extent. Because with just that level of education, for which they postpone every other joy of life and push their children into getting that, they'll just have to migrate into the slums of Bombay and look for jobs as peons, because they're not going to get anything more. And if 1% of them succeed, that's brilliant, but those will succeed in spite of all the hurdles. So can we get a system by which we can run skill building institutions here, where in a very casual, informal way, the local children are brought in. We are seeing in Gurukul tradition, we are trying to see how each one's nature is. So perhaps somebody is good at wiring and electricals, somebody is better at computers, somebody else is better at gardening, somebody else is good at housekeeping, and so on and so forth. Then perhaps what could happen is that if we can uplift the villages here and prevent this whole migration into the cities, they would also end up helping and respecting what their parents do. And 2 hours of help in the morning in any agricultural activity here is good enough to give a boost. And I feel that that would also address not only education and open up a perspective on that, but also preserve family life, its cultural values, its comfort. Because ultimately, after everything, don't you realize that in the last 1 or 2 events that we've been going through, everybody is only looking for that comfort? And so that can stay here. And there are simple ways in which this planning can be done, because nothing has been planned as yet. Alibag is, luckily, that's one of the reasons I came here 20 years ago, is that it's forgotten at the end of the sort of thumb, and nobody needs it because once you've decided to go to Goa or Mahabaleshwar or Roha, beyond Vatkal Naka, why would you come to Alibag? In fact, once a cop stopped me in Bombay because I hadn't put on my seat belt in those days, and he said, "Ke license," and I said that नहीं है मेरे पास इधर अभी घर में रह गया. And he said, क्या समझता है तुम, क्या अलीबाग से आया है? So yeah, people from here were considered to be backward, but they are a happy lot, and within this, it's a stone's throw away from Bombay. Now, when all these hundreds of cars come into this area, 99% of them are going to be only using Alibag as a transit point because their ultimate destinations could be way beyond. So why make them pass through the so-called highway? Because the highway between Mandwa and Alibag and beyond is a highway only namesake. I mean, it's got 500 speed breakers to preserve, and fair enough, life along the villages that have organically grown along the highway like it invariably does. But this time, if we are starting afresh, there is a parallel road to this right behind the villages. On one side of the villages is the coastline, and then the road in between, and on the other side of the villages are either the hills, mountains, or there is another parallel road that goes exactly parallel to the Mandwa Alibag road. And if that road, which kind of goes from Saral to Karlekhind, is used for these cars to just zip along that way, plan the area around that in such a way that those cars can even offload faster and move off towards their destinations, leave this place intact, widen the roads here not to take those cars, but widen the roads here for cyclists and bikers so that they will also tend to use that and pollute this place less. So I have been running a center in Calcutta with the grace of a patron called Kolkata Center for Creativity, and my feeling is that if creative people got together, architects, planners, and sat down and created models, proposals, and reports for the government to consider, and if we got a fair chance and a meaningful dialogue is exchanged, perhaps we'll be able to put out a prototype and then constantly watch it to see. So, I know this is the time to actually search for vaccines and open more hospitals, but I'm just trying to preempt the next cycle that, hopefully with God's blessings, if we overcome this stage in another 4 months, we'll spring back with such a vengeance to a sort of restart life that if some planning can be done before that, I think it will be of great use. So if somebody up there is listening, please allow us to give you a proposal for Alibag, and thank you.